What's good, people? I go by the name of Flicks. So, do I think Spurs will get relegated? Is there a way for Spurs to stay in the Premier League for another season? You've only got to look back to last season. We got away with it with the skin of our teeth, didn't we? We got away with the skin of our teeth. If it wasn't for the likes of Southampton, Leicester, Ipswich being a lot worse off than what we were last season, we could have gone down. But Tottenham hierarchy are playing with fire. They have not sorted the situation out in the summer. They didn't sort the situation out in January. And once again, Spurs are in a relegation fight. And we're 1 point from safety. We're 1 point. 1 point with 7 games remaining. Could Tottenham go down? Surely not. Guys, come on, before I crack on with the rest of the video, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button, come on. And please, most importantly, smash the likes. Keep notifications on as well, so when I do upload a brand new video, you will hear it first. So, like I said, do I think Spurs will get relegated? Is there a way for Spurs to get out of this mess and see another season in the Premier League? Well, first things first, as we all know, it's been an absolute piss-poor shit show of a season, hasn't it? It really, really has. 17th now. We are sitting 17th. International break / FA Cup coming up as I speak. So as I'm recording this, West Ham are 1 point behind Spurs. It was only a month or two ago. Spurs were about 9 points clear of West Ham. Now we're talking 1 point. 1 point. Thomas Frank gets the sack. And we get a guy called Igor Tudor, who for me, if you've seen my past videos, I said I ain't got a dicky bird who this guy is. Never heard of this guy in my life. Now I've done a little bit of research, found that he was the Croatian centre-back. You know, pretty tidy back in his day, not too shabby. Then I started to do a little bit more digging, and I found out about his managerial career. His last job was at Juve. Not very good, was it? Not very good. Now you look at the win ratio. 38% point, blah, 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 blah. Now, just that alone, you know, the board, Enoch, whoever would have gone, don't know about that. I really don't know about that one. Let's think long and hard about this. Let's think sensible. Redknapp, Harry Redknapp, or Tim Sherwood. Ryan Mason's been spoken about. Ryan Mason has been there twice before, hasn't he? Stepped in twice as interim. Other rounds, Jermaine Defoe. Jermaine Defoe was linked with a Redknapp sort of combined combination there for them two to work together for the remainder of the season. Igor Tudor, no Premier League experience. I know some might say, but at the end of the day, if you're a manager, you should be able to step in and at least get a couple of wins here and there, you know, get some difference out of it. But we've had no effect whatsoever. But look, before, because I know what you're going to say right now, but yeah, we got a point against Liverpool. We outclassed Atletico Madrid. Well, before the Liverpool game, I said, look, well, 4-0 at half-time. You know, we'd be lucky to get a consolation goal. But to walk in at half-time in that Liverpool game at Anfield, 1-0 down and thinking, rah. A little glimpse of me was thinking, do you know what? We're still in this game. If we can nick a goal, we're back in it. In this game on. And we did. Richarlison scored. He could have got more than one goal in that game. But we walked away with a very, very big point. At Anfield, a place where we very rarely get points. A little bit like Stamford Bridge. Very rarely get anything at those types of grounds. A couple of days later, we get a fantastic result against Atletico Madrid. And that team wasn't rested, was they? They had the front three, Lookman, Alvarez, and Griezmann. Solid midfield, solid back four. Yes, minus the keeper. But, you know, he was still pretty good on the night. But we beat him 3-2. Some might say, but Atletico sat back because they were 5-2 5-2 up on aggregate. You know, Spurs weren't going to come back from that scoreline. But we could have done. We could have done. We won the game on the night. And yes, we missed some sitters. A little part of me was thinking back to the Liverpool game. A bit of momentum there, a bit of spirit, something we've not seen for such a long time. And then we see it again a couple of nights later in the Atletico game. In the second leg in the Champions League, we see it again. We see Spence, don't we, near the end, darting back, last man, challenge and a half, wins the ball. Fight, hunger, spirit, togetherness, passion, fighting for the badge. Players were performing like Mathis Tell. And we haven't seen that all freaking season. All season. So can Spurs get out of this mess? Well, we're back to square one, aren't we? Because, you know, Nottingham Forest, that was a must win. That was a must win. And we didn't do it. We lose 3-0 to Forest again. 6-0 in aggregate, some might say. Going back to the first game we played them this season. So another 3-0 loss. And I've said time and time again, leading up to that game, Nottingham Forest have a much better squad than Spurs, and it proved it yet again. Yeah, we missed some sitters. We took our chances in the first half, but we couldn't finish in the final third. So we're back to square one, having no faith. Jude's still there. Are we going to get a new manager, new interim manager till the end of the season? Are we? If we keep hold of Tudor, we will be relegated. If we get rid of Tudor, who should walk by mutual consent, with all things gone on, then just maybe Spurs might scrape it if we get a Harry Redknapp in, a Tim Sherwood. Two guys that have been there before. They know how to do it. Get these boys together. By some miracle, get the likes of Cristian Romero and Mickey van der Ven, you know, get their fingers out their backside and really crack on. I know they don't want to be there, but at the end of the day, they got to perform for us because we're the ones that stick with them, and we're suffering. And boy, they've made us suffer. So just maybe, if Tudor goes, with 7 games remaining, we just might see another season in the Premier League. But I'm not pinning my hopes on it. I really ain't. But if Spurs get relegated, some might say it's kick up the arse. It's what they need. Oh yeah, of course that's what they need. If anyone, it's the board, ENIC, and certain players that don't want to be there. They're the lot that need to kick up the arse, not me and you. Not me and you. But hey, it's going to be a bumpy ride. But we're all in this together, aren't we, Spurs fans? We're all in this together. But can we do it? Let me know in the comment sections. Are we going down into the Championship, or are we going to see another season in the Premier League? Let me know, guys. See you on the next video. Up the Spurs and ENIC out. Come on.